happy Father's Day weekend, everybody. We're out here on the road doing that deal. Man, I just want to share about a run I'm on. You know, you see guys, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook heroes, you always see the pretty side of trucking. It ain't always pretty, y'all. You know, you have those days where, you know, the truck's shining, the load's balanced out so perfect, feels like you're gliding down the road on a cloud. The moon's full, there's no traffic out here. The mile marker's just clicking off. Man, and you're counting your money all the way to the bank. But then there's those days. There's those loads. God, share about a load. I've been out here a long time, more than a quarter century, man. I'm pushing that 30-year mark in a few years. You figure I got plenty of practice at this shit. Plenty of practice. Years of experience. All the experience you think you'd ever need. I haul for good people. I haul good loads. And usually it works out. There's those days. Even the most experienced, most seasoned veterans of the damn road, we don't always win. It ain't always pretty. And sometimes it's not the multi-pig, multi-drop, multi-state, multi-warehouse loads. Sometimes it's the straight up and the straight back. Let me tell you about this load. This was loaded right in my backyard. The money worked out. You know, it is what it should have been. Straight shot up, get empty, and hey man, never leave the dock. You get empty and reload at the same dock you delivered to and come right back. What can go wrong, right? What can go wrong? Let me tell you, in trucking, every friggin' thing can go wrong. Everything. If you haven't been doing this a long time, you see these guys jump out here, oh man, this looks great, I want to go buy me a truck. Rates are good, I'm going to buy me a truck. We'll get on the load board, we'll start finding loads. The next thing you know, the guy don't understand why he went out of business. Or even seasoned veterans take it on the chin, man. So I get up here, and traffic was pretty bad this weekend. I mean, it is what it is. It's one of those weekends. And so my deal is I leave home and I go straight to Big Boys in Kenly, North Carolina. That's a halfway point to anywhere in the Northeast, whether you're going to Philly, Jersey, or New York. So I go to Big Boys. I'm ritualistic. I do the same shit over and over. I pull into Big Boys. I get my fuel. I pull out there. I park. I load my backpack. I go in. I shower. I get something to eat, come out, and keep on getting up. Times like this weekend, when the traffic's really bad, I time it out. I don't want to run through Virginia, DC area in the middle of their rush hours. So this time I went out, took myself a little nap, hour, 2 hours. Take an hour or 2 hour nap. Okay, it's about 7 o'clock. And ease on up through there without the traffic. Man, didn't work out that way. Surprise, it was just a little busier than normal. Held up. Next thing you know, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Been a really long day. So you get a few hours sleep and you wake up because you're supposed to deliver at 8 a.m. Well, you're there. Well, that turns into 18 hours later, I'm still there. They don't have room for the stuff that I've got to give them. And they're picking and packing. It's a little mom and pop farm. No problem, man. I get it. It wasn't their problem. It's nobody's problem. It's just how this shit is. They're hauling off a farm. 18 18 hours later, I'm loaded. I know what that means immediately. That means I'm not going to be south of DC come morning time, yesterday morning. So, I make it down to Centerville, get myself a little nap, again, 3 o'clock in the friggin' morning. I wake up, haul ass over the big ugly bridge, over the Bay Bridge, and I hit the loop in DC, not so bad, get to the bottom of the loop, 495.95, and we're stopping. Next thing you know, 8 hours have gone by. I got off on 1. I tried to make my way through Fredericksburg over to 301. Couldn't do that. It was backed up. I get off of 1 back on to 95. We stop again. I get off on 1 again. Try to run around through Ashland. We're stopping over there. 8 hours goes by to get the big boys back to my halfway point. 8 hours. A ton of fuel, stop and go. In and through little towns, out of little towns. So that puts us behind again. So yeah, now we're here. Hang on a minute, we're stopping again because we're in Orlando. Let me show you this crap. Welcome to Orlando. And this is what we got. So, yeah, as I come through Sanford, we're going to skip through a little bit of that. Got up this morning in Georgia, made it through Sanford, coming into Sanford, and we start stopping. I can't find the gear. I'm a little frazzled, a little tired. So, come into Sanford, and we're stopping. And I grabbed, I think it was 417 up to 429. Maitland Boulevard up to 429 toll road. So I skip around the top. More miles, more fuel, you know the whole deal, on my dime. Ah, shit, find a gear. Alright. I'm trying to hold this phone, I don't have a holder. Doesn't matter, we're doing 20 mile an hour. So I have to skip around once again just to get back on I-4 here near Champions Gate. We're stopping. And moral of the story is you don't always win on these deals. There's a lot, so much more than go from point A to point B. So much more to it. You know, timing your sleep, where you're getting your fuel, timing the traffic, and still be able to make your appointment. It all started at my delivery and my reload. It started the ball rolling backwards. And you can't always make up for it out here on the road. Sometimes you can. You can run like hell and make up that lost time, but it just wasn't happening this weekend. So instead of being in Plant City at 8 this morning, it's be about 2 o'clock when we roll in there. So did we win on this load? Yeah. That's how it is sometimes. 1 week, 4.5, 5 day round. Got plenty of jingle in your pocket. You're smiling all the way away. But it's not always like that. Dude, you have to eliminate those days, keep them to a minimal, but it ain't always pretty. So we got way more fuel than we should have spent, way more time out here than we should have spent, and nowhere near enough sleep. Now you're frustrated. Yeah. My wife called this morning. I didn't want to talk to her. I'm like, hey, just leave me alone. Let me ride in the silence of my truck. Dang, it ain't always pretty, guys. we win. Fortunately, we win a lot more than we lose. And I wouldn't say it's a loss. It just ain't a good win, man. We take it on the chin sometimes. Pretty truck cruise down the road, shining. Some days it's like that. Damn, no traffic. Load paying a bundle. Truck sipping fuel. Every song on shuffle is the perfect one. And there's those days you just can't get down the road. Can't make any time. You burn up all your fuel. You're frustrated. You're frazzled. You're tired as hell. That's part of it. That's part of it. That's the moral of my story. It ain't always pretty. Like Gary Allen said, it's a beautiful ride. We wouldn't have it any other way. Alright. In the meantime, we'll be out here, chugging it up.